Focusing on the safety of children today, a study has found that 54% of Hanover Park children between 11 and 13 are armed. The Canon Collins Trust also found that 60% of teens are killed in gang warfare and interpersonal violence. eNCA's Ronald Masinda is looking into the issue and joins us from the Cape Flats. Good morning, Ronald. You know, these stats are honestly concerning, but beyond the stats, it's always great to put a face to these figures and hear from communities how life has been for their children who remain so vulnerable, particularly in the Cape Flats. What are they saying?
Well, good morning, Fundo. Well, earlier on we were in Tafelsig in Mitchell's Plain, where we spoke to the family of Aisha Kelly. Now, she was gunned down about 3 years ago, and the family is yet to get any sort of justice. In fact, that particular matter will be heard next year when the trial continues. But what we're also getting on the ground, also in Mitchell's Plain, in an area called Beacon Valley, is that another family is also seeking justice. A young man, a 13-year-old Mitchell, was gunned down this road last year, and they are yet to get any sort of justice. They don't even know who was behind this heinous act. But joining me now is Janet Swart to tell us more about the situation on the ground. Janet, thank you so much for your time. It must have been a difficult year and 3 months or so. How is the family dealing with the situation, given also that this happened just down the road from you?
It's still hard. It's a year ago that they shot Tamir, and they can't find anybody, so it's very hard for us, and we want somebody to come out and say that he did it, because that was very, very cruel to kill a child like that. They shot 4 children that night, and it wasn't fair.
All right, you do have other grandchildren and your daughter is next to you, but how difficult is it in terms of worrying about where your children play, given what took place here last year?
Because of that happening, we are so scared for the other children to go out. We don't allow them to go out, and we're so worried because of what did happen to Tamir was cruel, and I don't think that must happen to any child.
All right. Have the police ever come to you and perhaps asked questions as to, helping in their investigations?
No, never. It's a year ago now, and no police was here, never, or not nobody. Nobody came forward.
If I may ask, Janet, I know that you've also stayed here for several years, or many years. If you were given a choice, would you move away from here?
Yes, I would surely move out if I could get the chance, but I have no way to go, so I had to stay here.
Just in closing, next to you is the mother of Tamir Mitchell. We know that she's very emotional. That's why she cannot speak to us at the moment. Did she receive any sort of counseling in order to try and maybe just be better mentally?
No, we didn't get any counseling from nobody, not me or Samantha.
All right, that was a family of Tamir Mitchell, a 13-year-old young man who was gunned down on this road. What I can tell you, having covered the story previously, is that a vehicle with the occupants just opened fire where young men were just sitting on the street, and 2 of them passed on, including Tamir Mitchell. Family still seeking justice. And what we're also getting a sense of is not only the fear of shootings and gang violence, but in Tafelsig, where we went to, many family members are saying that they are now extra vigilant because there are issues of kidnappings and children not being protected at school. There's lack of security at some schools, as well as police or law enforcement visibility. So that is another issue that many people are faced with here on the Cape Flats.
No, clearly a lot still needs to be done insofar as the safety of children is concerned as we continue to mark Child Protection Week. Ronald, thank you very much for that update. That is our reporter Ronald Masinda in the Cape Flats.